I'd like to call this park board meeting for Tuesday, August 1st, 2023 to order. First item on tonight's agenda is the approval of the June 20th, 2023 park board meeting minutes. Copies of those minutes were sent out to the members. Does anybody have any additions or corrections? Excuse me.
Be the September minutes.
Did I say September? I'm sorry.
You said June.
Well, it's because I was reading something from you as June is wrong. So yeah, September. Thank you, Rob.
Yep.
Anybody have any additions or corrections? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second. They're moved by Mr. Dietrich, seconded by Mr. Prost. All in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I am I also. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the attorney's report.
First thing is ratification of contract for leak detection services. This is, I believe, part of our winterization process. It's been cool, and we've been having them do some work at the end of last season, and there's some leaks going on now. And it's kind of it had to be done now, so it's a ratification of the contract. Probably expand more than that.
Yeah, we monitor utility costs pretty closely for Creek Springs. We have noticed a bit of a spike in some of the utilities for Creek Springs. Make sure we're doing our due diligence and staying on top of that. But we want to make sure that we're protecting anything that would be an outstanding or long-going utility cost for Creek Springs. So we certainly think we'd be money ahead by getting this done. For all three bodies of water, full leak protection, not to exceed $14,100.
Anybody have any questions or comments? Sorry, Rob, I'm about a half second. I'm trying to find. Catch up here. Okay, no comments or questions. I need a motion to ratify the contract for leak detection services for Freedom Springs.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor? Mr. Post.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
I'm I also. Motion carries. Next item is landscape structures.
Consideration of purchase agreement for landscape structures. This is contracts because I was having some technical issues. Technical issues, just darn thing. So this is a purchase agreement for some shade structures at the Ball Complex.
So in your screens, we're showing the indigo, kind of the darker blue, the 8 boxes, or 20 by 20 shade structures that go on the concourse there. The pickleball complex, it's a 30-foot wide concourse. We took these out of the original bid docs. It's a lot more cost efficient for the owner to supply this. In this case, we would be the owner, just because of our relationship with vendors. And so we'd be able to purchase these independently as the city and then hold them, and then when the contractor's ready to in their bid docs, they are to install these when the project is ready for them to install. So the price for these for 20 by 20 hip with a 10-foot height is $78,235.33. And I'm proposing that we use the impact fees to purchase these.
These are permanent structures.
These are permanent structures. Very similar in character, not size, of the shade structure the Parks Foundation funded for the Craig Park tennis and pickleball complex up there. Exact same thing, just smaller size for each.
Is there a timeline on this, Rob?
So, we're obviously gonna wanna get them ordered as soon as possible. I'd rather the city be sitting on these, waiting for the contract to pass when ready to be installed. I'm very cautious on putting timelines on projects.
So you read my mind.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were just gonna approve this and sit on it until it's ready.
I will, as soon as you guys approve it, I will turn around and order it this week. I mean, we'll order as a city. If we're sitting at, Jim, I've already spoken to Jim, we've got the yard space to store these.
Questions, comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the purchase agreement with landscape structures for the shelter structures or shelters at Freedom Park for the pickleball courts.
So move. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor? I'm sorry, Mr. Dietrich moved. Mr. Prost seconded. All those in favor? Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
All right, next item is consideration of a purchase agreement for the Score property. Property doesn't actually have an address from what I can tell. It's on West County Line Road, just kind of across the street from the hospital there. Score to the people who own the property to the immediately to the west, who actually own this back lot. It'll be the trailhead for the trail system under the power lines. Tentative purchase agreement for $42,500. So, we're taking buying the whole property plat from the Rocky. And I sent Heather the actual purchase agreement draft for you to sign off on if you, with terms and conditions, we worked it out with legal since we got into the title search for the property still and some other matters.
Get a discount on that? It was 55,000 at one time, or 42 was always.
Municipal purchasing guidelines, we don't do discounts. I got 2 appraisals. We do the average of the 2 appraisals, and that's all.
Pretty good.
Where is these funds coming from?
This is directly in line by definition of the impact fees.
It's a sizable piece of property.
It is, yeah, and it's completely riddled with restrictions due to the floodway, the creek there, and additionally the utilities that are going over top. It's very limited water.
It's one of the few things that can go into that problem.
Right.
Trail, didn't you?
Correct.
So we can't put any parking in there.
So I do have a verbal agreement with AES and a verbal acknowledgement that we would be able to park there. We would just have to work with Marion County to get a curb cut on that, to get in there to do that. Spoke to the engineers. So at least that dialogue has been had.
Great. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the purchase agreement for the Score property on County Line Road.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Post.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next is a consideration of special purchase agreement by Specified Lighting Solutions. This is for the pickleball complex, I think, for $2,000 and some odd dollars. These are for the light poles that will be at the park. And they would be installed by Case. You have to make a specific finding because we are purchasing these through our community purchasing partner.
Cooperative purchasing.
Property
Yeah.
purchasing,
Yep.
in order for substantial savings. Rob, tell you more.
Very similar, kind of in line scenario, the shade structure, we pull sort of procurement items out of the project, the city to buy them and manage those purchasing. Lights are a very specific component, you can't get these specific lights, the photometrics have been done specifically for this pickleball complex, it was spec for those lights. So they're a very specific product for that facility. And you end up, when you source them like that, when you go through a quality purchasing agency like Sourcewell, which is what this one is, you can save anywhere from with taxpayer money, 15 to 20% on total initial costs. So that's kind of getting over there. So we're gonna purchase them, wait for them to be installed, and the contract price will be ready. And we're asking for, I believe it's $102,578, and again, that will be funded.
Sounds like a win-win to me.
Questions or comments, Rob? Hearing that, a motion to approve. I'll find my agenda. Need a motion to approve the purchase agreement for specified lighting solutions for the lights at the pickleball courts for the park.
I move to determine that the purchase of the light poles as described and presented by Parks Director Rob Taggart through a savings to a government body in accordance with Indiana Code 5-22-10-5 to authorize the purchase of the tiles in the amount not to exceed $102,578 from specified lighting systems. To authorize the mayor and the executive director of Parks and Recreations to sign any and all documents to effectuate the purchase with final terms and conditions for the purchase to be determined by the legal department, and to direct that the special purchase determination be placed and maintained in a separate special purchase file.
Second.
I'll second that.
We moved by Mr. Prost, I'm sorry, we moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich? Aye. I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
All right, next item is the consideration of use agreement for Keith Sutherland's birthday party. Also, be having a food truck there for October 14th, 2023 at Craig Park, shelter number 2.
I understand it started with already Ripple, and once they had a little established, then they came back to Heather, now they're asking for a food truck, which triggers you guys' consideration, the park board consideration. So it's October 14th, 5 to 10 p.m. Something about a hot dog stand, I believe.
Mr. and Mrs. Hot Dog Stand.
Yeah. I don't see any.
They're
Fine.
Yeah. It's not on there, but there should be a separate food vendor agreement too for the hot dog company.
Is that something you have to draw later?
It's just not on my agenda, so if you have it, we're
Oh, here it is. This is the food vendor. Questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with D Sutherland for a food truck for the birthday party at Craig Park Shelter House number 2 on, looks like October 14th of this year.
So moved.
Second. Been moved by Mr. Bird, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Prost.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich. Aye. I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Then next is ratification use agreement for the high school homecoming parade, which was last week.
So we have some legal housekeeping. There's a staging area for your department's a staging area for.
Didn't we kind of give preliminary approval for that?
You did on a proxy, I think. We didn't do it. Why this is kind of like legal housekeeping.
Sure.
We had extra ratify.
Questions or comments?
You have a good time?
My kid went and said it was a good time, so. He didn't specifically thank us, but he said he had a good time. Questions or comments? Hearing none, any motion to approve ratification of the use agreement with the high school for the homecoming parade.
So moved.
Second.
We'll move by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich. Aye. Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Prost.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
that is it for the attorney's report. Physical session.
We've got, line item G, I think was the last minute.
Mulder design.
Oh, the Mater design, it's the second amendment to the public service agreement.
Yeah, it came in late.
Yeah, and it's not on my agenda, but
Mayor Design is a, sorry, it does the construction admin, construction administration for the sports park. He's also the lead designer on that. He's just ran out of service time, for sports park. I had him on a very lean construction admin contract to begin with, so I knew this was coming, to the very early, so we could track the time a bit better. So this is just not to exceed $28,000, for his completion of the construction admin for the sports park.
Comments, questions? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the amendment to the professional services agreement with Mater Design.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Prost, second by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich? Aye. I'm not also, motion carries. Thank you, Drew.
Welcome.
Next item on the agenda is the partnership matrix for the 2024 solar eclipse pre-party. It was tabled from last month.
You guys had a chance to review the matrix. We would be happy to answer any questions.
Has word gotten out that this is being pre-planned or planned?
I think it's probably, I mean, there's probably a little bit of scuttlebutt out there about us doing something. We haven't formally announced anything or stamped anything on the calendar.
Okay.
But that's gonna quickly change here, especially this month.
Well, the partnership agreements look pretty much in line with everything else we do.
Yeah.
So,
And I feel like this, we've never done an event like this, we kind of feel like this is something that we're gonna get a little bit more of a bigger national cooperative partner from. Your bigger, larger brands, national brands versus your local brands. There's some single impressions in there, I think that someone would be able, like entry level, be able to get into. But because of the nature of this event, I think it's got more of a little bit bigger corporate, exposure on it. So we'll see how it goes.
Got time?
No, we don't. We really don't. We're running out of time. We really are. Yeah, in all sincerity, we are.
Coming fast.
Yeah.
How many title partners are you gonna have?
We have one title partner, that's
Just
just
one?
one level, yeah. I mean, there's top 2 or 3 are actually exclusive, and then you start getting into the bottom ones where you get the general kind of festival partners. You have a handful of those. We're just about cost recovery. I mean, that's how we're setting this up.
won't know until you try.
Well, you won't be able to redo it for 129 years, so.
We get one shot at this. Well, we do, Dick doesn't.
Yeah, Dick, remember this, okay, when this comes up again.
Did you say he'll remember he remembers the first one?
Yeah. All right, do we need to approve this partnership agreement, this partnership matrix, I'm sorry? Should we approve this or
It
just?
doesn't hurt to approve it.
Okay. Need a motion to approve the partnership matrix as presented to us for the 2024 solar eclipse pre-party.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Burke. I'm sorry, by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burke?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm not also, motion carries. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the items for auction. I believe members received a copy of those items. Does anybody have any corrections, additions, comments? Is this still up at Christie's,
Yes,
citywide?
yes.
Do you know the date of the auction?
Typically in October.
So coming up.
Online link on the 14th.
Oh, okay.
So if you need
Yeah, if I need a
something interesting like a
1995 snowblower. Never know. No corrections, comments, additions? And need motion, do I need a motion to approve this list?
Yes.
Okay.
Putting those to the top.
Need a motion to approve the, auction items for the 2023 city auction.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
All right.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries. Parks Foundation report?
Any questions, I'd be happy to answer on their behalf. I will say as a footnote, to use the platform, the foundation is doing a first bingo. All gentlemen that are interested in that, it's November 1st at the Moose Lodge. All the information can be found on the Greenwood Parks Foundation Facebook page. And then also the Greenwood Parks and Recreation Department page shared that as well. So get that information, get your tickets bought, and get your Christmas gifts.
It will be packed. Have you been to one at the Moose?
I've been to a lot of the first bingos, Chris. This will be my first one.
Get there early.
Yeah.
Because there will be no parking.
Yeah, well,
My wife goes.
that's the ideal. That's what we're shooting for. So
It'll be big.
What's it called?
first bingo.
Purse.
Purse.
Yeah, so
Oh, Lord, it's all women, don't go to. Excuse me, I didn't mean that in any bad way.
No,
I went to the
I
last one.
understand there's a target market.
I went to the last one for the school, and it was 300 women,
Okay.
Hey, my life.
and I sat with them.
So any spouses or anything like that, or friends or coworkers, please pass on the word.
Okay, I've never heard.
Reach out to myself. We can get the information. Okay, guys.
It'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. It'll be fun.
Yep, looking forward
You
to
buy
it.
beer there? I think you buy beer there.
At the Moose?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on that? Next item on the agenda is the controller's report. I believe Ray couldn't be here tonight. He sent out an email earlier today. I got a chance to read it. I thought it was pretty informative.
Yes.
Anybody have any questions or comments that Rob may or may not have answered?
It's a wizard.
Then, move on to the parks report.
I believe you've got my report in front of you. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. We're winding down.
Yes.
Down to 4 part-time people.
I have a question for you. So on the trails up Madison, do we trim all those, I guess the foliage back to almost nothing?
Yep.
We do?
Yeah, like the black-eyed Susans and the decorative
Yeah.
grasses and stuff, yes, we will cut those down. Grasses aren't ready yet, the black-eyed Susans are in the process, or the coneflowers were in the process of taking it down now, but the grasses are still alive and decorative. But come fall, once the first frost hits, we usually get them. But they'll come, all of them will come down, everything that's on Emerson Avenue, Worsville Road, Madison Avenue, both sides.
Have you had any help from the residents in doing that at times?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
There are some, I will say, there are some spots that the residents or the businesses have like planted their own flowers, they've kind of maintained it.
Yeah, that's
Go
my,
around pulling the weeds and mulching it.
that's my point. That was my point.
There's few, not a lot.
Because I've seen a few people out working on them, just here and there.
Thank you, Jim. Next item on the agenda is the trails.
So we have, in addition to score property for the process of buying, I have the 3 condemnations I filed. We reached settlement on those cases, which if you look at it, we've spent a lot of money to buy a couple $100 worth of land, hire litigation costs, pay for 3 separated appraisers that appraise the property. We're coming in under what we would have had to spend to litigate this fully. So I have the settlement agreement for the board to sign for the Walpole property, the Sweeney property, the Taco property, and the public trail easement and temporary construction easement grant. for the members to sign and approve.
Need a motion to approve those?
So,
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
so that finishes up all the,
Rob told me there's one property that's owned, it's a rental property. Yeah. Rob,
Yeah, it's a real property. They have since, I mean, they verbally committed on signing the original appraisal for the easement. They have now recanted on that. Now they're coming back and saying that they would like additional funds for fencing and certain other additional add-ons.
I don't think they said fencing though, did they?
They had comps that were
Yeah, that
relative comps to what they provided. Unrelative comps compared to that, trying to increase the value of their easement, which is unrealistic. Volker, the appraisers that were used for the services have lost a lot of key members of their team. So it's been hard for me to find somebody to liaison with to figure that out. So to answer your question, after these three are closed, it's scoring is purchased.
is it a corporate owned rental
No,
or individual?
It's in a trust.
It's a trust.
It's in a trust. Yes.
Thank you.
How many parcels was that again?
3, sir. The Walpole, the Sweeney, and Cockrell properties. All located on, I got the address somewhere.
Same street.
Yes, it Ridge Top Drive.
It's all going straight through there.
Okay, so we do need a motion to approve that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I need a motion to approve the property acquisition for the 3 pieces of property on the AES Trail. Mentioned individually,
The
you can rattle those off for us.
1160 Ridge Top Drive, 1144 Ridge Top Drive, and 1176 Ridge Top Drive.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich,
Aye.
Mr. Burton,
All right.
Mr. Prost.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
That's it for the trail acceptance.
All right. Anything else on trail job?
No, that's it.
Recreation report.
I have a copy of my report. We're gearing up for the Monster Mash and for the Halloween break. We have 2 fall concerts left.
How many did you have at the camp out, do you think?
We had 25 campsites, about 110 to 115 people.
Wow,
This is amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
awesome. Do you know how many what your numbers were for those vacation seminars that you just had over at the community center? And the only reason I ask is I was gonna go those nights and I got sidetracked the last minute.
Yeah, Jeff said the last one, I think they had like 20 people show up, but I
Okay.
think they had 6 that paid to go on the Iceland trip.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have anything else?
The Chicago bus trip, is that going well?
Yeah, I told them
Oh, 50.
they have the second bus today, so we'll probably take 102 people, I guess.
That's Jeff's gig, right?
Yeah,
He's Mr. Chicago. Anything else for Nick? Thanks, sir. Field house report.
Should have a copy of the field house report. Really right now, just focusing on, winter hiring. So we have, we've hired 4 recently, just to prepare, for the busy season, and also just rentals right now, it's just filling up so quickly. All of our rental times.
I got an item here on the field house.
Yeah.
That was a comprehensive master plan meeting, and we were working on downtown. And the librarians were also included in the meeting.
Yeah.
And the librarians were, ones that run the library actually, were concerned about their parking being overtaken by field house
That's been an
activity.
issue since we we've opened up. So that is a city lot across from us, so that's where we ask our patrons to park.
You got a parking garage, is they designated for the
I've not
PLS
heard on
use?
that yet.
So there's a parking garage built within that development. There will be, it's our understanding, there will be some dedicated parking there for city services. That lot that is west of the library, that is a city-owned parking lot. Free will parking.
Was built by the city. Sorry.
If we just might mention, that lot is completely separated now from the library lot.
Correct,
There are balusters in place.
correct.
Did the library put those up?
Yeah, you can't
Yes.
go in or they'll come
Because
out.
they were just putting up temporary,
Oh, yeah.
so now it's permanent.
Okay.
Growing pains.
And the RV lot's a public lot as well.
Anything else, Ricky? Thank you, sir. Community center report.
You guys have my report, if you have any questions. I'm also being ready to hire people. Just a couple of them. We're all staff.
Membership went through the roof. Numbers were really high. It's great.
We have a down month or two, and all of a sudden.
Well, it's nice to see those numbers maintaining or not fluctuating too wildly. But people still appreciate what's over there, the great facility you got over there.
it's pretty crowded.
Have anything else for Sharon? Thank you, Sharon, appreciate it. Other business from the public? Any other business from the park board?
Yeah, I just had one question for our Christmas lights. Do you know our Christmas lights like we do every year in the amphitheater and all that?
Yes, yeah, we'll probably we try to add a little bit extra each year. See how our program did, and rest of our, make sure we build something there to do that, but, to answer your question, yes, the amphitheater will be decorated as always.
The bridge also,
The bridge is all, that's LED. So you're talking about, are you talking about the bridge over Woodsville? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll catch up. Yep. That'll be done.
Anything else from the board? Members should receive copies of the claim sheet before the meeting. If there's no additions or corrections, it will stand as presented. And if there's no other business coming from the board, this meeting is adjourned.